Alright, so I just finished watching the new SystemShock 3 trailer, and I gotta say, wow. I'm hugely impressed and hugely excited for this new upcoming game. Now, granted, for a lot of you newer fans, see, there was SystemShock that came out in '94, and there was SystemShock 2 that came out in 1999, which was 20 years ago now. Now, SystemShock 2 was a remake of the original SystemShock, you know. And I know that this was initially going to start out as a remake, but now it's called SystemShock 3. So I'm assuming that this is obviously a remake slash sequel to the first and second. Well, I don't know if they really count. I think they titled them that just because it's sort of a selling point. So, but from what I can see so far, this is the game that we are definitely intended to play. This is what they really wanted for this series going forward, and I couldn't be happier. I know that I've been following it for a while now on the Kickstarter, and when you consider the lack of horror titles, especially in the space area, we don't get a lot of space horror anymore. That's one thing I've noticed, and it's been kind of sad in a way. We've only had a handful of releases. You know, with E-AIDS, that's right, E-AIDS, you know, canceling Dead Space, you know, and with E-AIDS going down a dark path, and with no signs of bringing that franchise back anytime soon, this couldn't have come at a better time. Really, it couldn't. And I remember playing the second game. I didn't play the first one, but I played the second one back in 1999, and I gotta say, it was very, very creepy and scary, and I think a lot of games kind of, you know, modeled themselves after it, like Doom 3, and ironically enough, Dead Space, and such, because it was done in first person, and it just had a look, it had a feel to it, you know, the idea of a supercomputer going rogue. I mean, yeah, it's nothing original, but, you know, in that setting, it worked, and it worked right to a T, so... Well, I've heard something along the lines of a 2020 release date for this game, so I'm thinking you're probably going to get it somewhere early next year, possibly fall. I would think probably sometime early next year would probably be the best date for it. Now, what does this mean for this franchise going forward? Who really knows at this point? I mean, I would still like to see more games from this, you know, from this franchise, because, like I said, one thing that we need, one thing that we're missing, is space horror. That's what a lot of us aren't getting. You know, we're just getting we're just getting a lot of these indie games, because when it comes to space, I think that there's so many possibilities there to create something very scary and interesting and dark. Now, there's a few other titles I'm going to look into. I'm probably going to, you know, keep an eye on this one going forward. You know, let me know what your thoughts are, my thoughts are on it as well. But there you have it, SystemShock 3. The trailer just blew my mind, and like many, I'm super, super excited for this one. And oh yes, I'm going to do a playthrough for it as well, so stay tuned for that. Okay? Till then, that's all I got. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and take care.